Critter Trade's here, and today I'm going to show you the best winter gloves you can get that are thin and good for driving. Now these are the ELMA winter gloves, and they're not specific driving gloves, but they're the best ones that I've found that work good for driving. And the reason I've found these is because I used to commute a lot in the winter when it was very cold, and I get cold hands really easily. And so I was looking for a pair of gloves that were warm, that were thin, and that had good grip for driving. And it's actually kind of tricky to find some, and these were the best ones I found at the best price point. And I'm going to give a little review here, the things I like about them, the things I dislike about them. These are made by ELMA, and they're sold mainly on Amazon. They're around $20 to $25 depending on the color and the lining that you get on them. If you'd like to purchase these gloves, check out the link in the description to buy them on Amazon. And the gloves that I was using big, puffy, like snowboarding gloves because they were really warm. And I found that over time when you drive, especially if you drive for a long amount of time, when they're that big, even if the surface of them is grippy, when they have that much padding on them, you have to really grip hard to get a good feel on the wheel. And it can be tricky to get them in and out of the little areas of the steering wheel just because of how thick they are. So what I needed was something thin that was still very warm and that would be very grippy. And these are amazing for that. They are awesome gloves, and they're an awesome price point too. It's really nice because every couple of years I need to get a new pair. This is my third pair that I've had, and I buy a new pair about every 2 years because they just kind of get worn out. And I'm pretty rough on these gloves too, so don't think that if you use them for other things, they're going to get trashed really quickly, because they won't. They last me about 2 years. And again, I do like snow shoveling in them. I play with my kids outside a little bit in them, so I'm not just driving and wearing them out with very normal use. They come in brown and black. These are the black ones here. I've had brown before. Both are very good colors, and they're very stylish gloves actually. I'm not really a super stylish person. The grip is very good. You can grip your steering wheel amazingly. You can grip a snow shovel. Again, these are very versatile gloves. Now the one thing I will say is these aren't like heavy duty winter gloves, so you don't want to put these on to go play out in the snow, for example. So if you're picking up snow and things like that, they're going to get wet. And when they get wet, they kind of deform a little bit because they're leather, and so it's not the best to use them when you're like playing in the snow. If you're like brushing off your car or something, they work totally fine for that, because again, you're not getting them completely covered and drenched in snow. So that would be, I think that would be the only downside, is that they're not like winter gloves. They keep your hands really warm when you're going from your house out to your car, and for the couple minutes before your car really warms up. They keep your hands nice and warm for that, and that's exactly what I bought them for. Here you can see these are my old gloves. They got a little worn out. They have a little nick in the finger. That's where I cut them on a fence, because the fence was very sharp pointed. So it's not like I'm just hurting them in normal wear and tear. They still look almost brand new on the backs where there's not a lot of wear on them. Measuring your hand size is very easy. You can use a flexible tape measure like this and wrap it around your hand like so. Or if you don't have a flexible tape measure, you can just use a piece of paper and then mark on the paper where it meets around and then measure it. They also have touchscreen compatible on the middle and pointer and thumb fingers. I will say as they get worn out, they tend to not work very well, but when they're new, the touchscreen does work very well. So overall, these are the best gloves you can get for the price, that are thin, grippy, and warm. And they're going to be perfect for driving. They're going to be perfect for going out to your car to scrape it off, the snow off, just to keep your hands warm until your car warms up. Again, they're very warm, very stylish, very good price point, so I highly recommend them.